In this video, we are going to create a client page only for create, and then we will deal with the list later. So let's open the code. Okay, so what we want to do first, we want to create the page. Okay, so let's see what we are going to do. We are going to go to the root, and then inside the application. And in the application, we want a folder called client. Okay, and in the folder client, we want a folder called create. And in the folder create, we want a file page dot tsx dot dot tsx, yes. And then let's create a simple code snippet. And then let's just type here create client. Okay. Then what we want to do, we want to go to shardcn. Let me save this. We want to go to shardcn sidebar. I don't see it. Let me search it by pressing Control P. And then I want this one. Okay, as you can see, this is where we are defining create of the client, and then we want this to go to / and then / client / create. Okay, let's save this. So now let's see what it will do. Suppose when we click create, this takes us to that page. Let's see. As you can see now, it's compiling. Let's see what it has. It has got client and it has got create, but it looks like still we are missing it. This is not a strange match. Nothing to write a story about. Let's just quickly check what we have missed. As you can see, inside root, we have missed app. Okay, so we just need to add app somewhere here. And then / this is supposed to take us exactly where we want to be. Let's see. As you can see, it's compiling. Let's just go to the code and add app here. Okay, / app. Okay, then this is supposed to take us to the page that we want to go to. Okay, so since we are already here, we might as well just copy this for what? For list as well. Okay, let's just keep things standard. Let's just put the capital letters here. Okay, let's just put the capital letters here. My apologies about that. Let's just put the capital letters here. And then what we want to do, we want to put list here. Is it going to be a capital letter or a small letter? For the route, let's just stick to small letters. Okay. For now, let's just do these ones. Okay, we will do these ones later. Okay, so that means we have managed to create a route. Okay, we have managed to create this route for clients. Create, here is it. So now what we want to do, we want to create a form here. Okay, since we've got a certain way of coding and doing things, it looks like now we can go to sign up. Let's go to sign up. Okay, sign up. Let's just copy everything here and paste it on. Nope. Let's check and paste it on the client page. Okay, as it is. And let's see how it will look like. As you can see, it's compiling. It's going to show us, as you can see. So it's easy to notice what is it that we don't want. How can we do that? Let's quickly go to our code. Okay, I don't mind much about this. Let's check which one is this. Okay, I think we can. Okay, I think this section, let's just remove this section. with h1. Let's see, minimize this. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to only leave the form. Okay, where is the form? This is sign up. Let's see, my apologies about this. Let's first delete this one. I think we might as well delete also this one first. Okay, let's check. What have I done? Okay, let's see. It looks like I'm lost in my own code. Let me first start with this one. Okay, let's go back here. My apologies about this. I'm happy with this, okay, because I have removed that part. So we only got this part, okay? And then what I want to do, flex scroll and flex content. Suppose this is, oh, this doesn't end here. What is, oh, this is an opening div. Okay, my apologies about that. I thought this is a closing one. So this one is an opening one. And why it's there, it looks like it's there, but it's not being used. Okay, it does nothing. So we might as well remove it. Okay, let's check here. Let's see, what is it that we want? Okay, let's take this one out of here, and then let's remove this so that we can only have one. And we don't really need this component. Okay, let's remove like unused divs. Okay, we don't use this div. We really don't use it. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, fine. I don't mind much about that. I can quickly let's see. I can quickly create another one. Okay. Okay, let me just click undo, and then let's see what this div says. Okay, this divs act help these to be stacked in a column. Okay, my apologies about that, guys. And then let's check here. The width is, the height is screen, item flex, item flex. We don't have the width here. So let's put a width of full first. Okay, let me put these side by side. Okay, this is stuck on the side. Let's see, a width of full, okay, 100%. Why this width of full is not working as we want? Let's just put a BG of maybe green so that we can see first if we are dealing with this. I'm happy with this, okay? I'm happy with this. And then what we want to do in our investigation, this is the only HTML that we have here, okay? And we want this to be full and it's not full, okay? So what you do when this happen in terms of the HTML, you always go and check what is the parent folder for this, okay? If this tag misbehaves, okay, as you can see, it doesn't want us to make it full. For instance, if we can make it this to any of these 2/3 or 2/4, as you can see, it's controllable, but it doesn't want to be full. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's go and look at its parent. So how are we going to know which parent is it? Let's look at where it is now. Go to this folder, app. Do we have a layout here? Yes. Okay, let's check here in this layout. In this layout, let's just set this parent. Yes, this is the parent. Let's set this parent and put a BG red. Okay, we just want to test and see how it is. Okay, let's put a BG of red. As you can see, this BG of red also is small. Okay, this is a problem. Let's make this one a width of full also. Okay, because a child or a container that is inside a container. Okay, this is what I want to say. My apologies about that bad English. Anything can grow to the width of its container. So this green one cannot have a width of full while the parent is doesn't have a width of full. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, let's click save. Oh, I removed a lot of things here, including this one. Okay, as you can see now, this is centered. I'm happy with this. So let's go back to the child. Go back to the child. Where is the child? Okay, this is dashboard client. Let me just go to it here. Okay. Right, where is my HTML? Here is my HTML. I don't need this green background. Okay, and then let's first change this one. Okay, what are we changing here? Create client, or we can just add client. Okay, or let's be consistent with create client. I'm happy with this. And what we want to do, let's go to our schema to see what are the values that are there that we are taking to the database. It's very important that what can I say, for consistency. Okay, we want name, email, and phone number. These are the only things that we want. Okay, we want only this. So we are going to go to our own schema. The schema validation, it's on lib schemas. Okay, we want to create a schema for, let me just put this here. We want to create a schema for client. Okay, sign up schema. Let's say client schema for validation. And then we want the name, yes, the email and phone here. Okay, as is on the database. That's why I had this. Okay, let's see. The name, minimum of 4 characters. I'm happy with that. The email must be a valid email, and the phone, minimum of 4. Nope. In South Africa, it must be a minimum of 10. Okay, and then minimum of 10. Okay, and then what else do we want? I'm done with this. Then we want to create a type for this. Okay, so not only we want to export this, but we want to create a type for it. Okay, let me just copy and paste this. And then let me paste this here and then create this type for this and then for this. So I hope you understand what is going on here. What we are doing here, we created a Zod validation schema. Okay, we are saying in the UI, these rules must apply. Okay, that's what we are doing here. We are validating. These must apply before we continue. And then we need also a type to create a type from this. Okay, why are we creating a type from this? So that tomorrow when we add let's say age, okay, the type will be generated automatically from here. So that means we don't have to keep on checking the types and other things. Okay, so let's check if everything is well. The client has already been exported. I'm happy with this. There's our schema, and this one, the type is imported. So we can go back to the client route. Where is the client route? Here, and then on app, and then here. Okay, let's first change the schema. Okay, the first thing that we want to put client schema here. Client schema. Happy with that. We don't need this import. Okay, also this the type, we don't need it. So what else do we want to do? Even here we want a client schema for this type. Okay, as you can see, so all is well here. And then form data use mutation, and then here we want this type. Okay, for API sign up, we are going to have API what can I say, API client. Okay, the API client will, let's say, API create client. Okay, API create client, so that it can be specific. We're still gonna create this one. Okay, let's say here client created successfully. If there's an error, failed to create a client. Okay, client created. Failed to create a client. I'm happy with that. Form data API. Let's use our client schema here. Okay, const confirm password. This doesn't apply. It only applies to what? It only applies to create to user sign up. I'm not sure why my mind is slow. Anyway, it's too hot here. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, so as you can see, guys, from now going onward, we will have some sort of repeating step. If I can be honest, things are gonna be more or less like the same. Okay, because of the tech stack that we are using. These pieces of technology, they blend like nicely, very well. They connect to each other, and if you've got some sort of a certain template, it makes it easier for you to do things. I think the only thing that we didn't check here is our input. Okay, we've got the name here on the HTML on the form. We've got the name. I'm happy with this. Where's the email? What else? We've got the email. I'm happy with this. Instead of a password, we've got the phone. Okay, we've got the phone number. And also here on register, let's just type here phone. Looks like everything is working well. Now there is no password, there is phone. Okay, for errors. Okay, if you don't understand this, please check the previous tutorials where I am creating a sign up page. Okay, I explain everything there. Okay, I'm assuming that you are following, and if you do, please don't forget help me to what can I say, let me first fix this before I talk too much. Why this is not working? Password. Okay, errors dot. Okay, that means if we don't have a password, let's check what do we have there. Dot. Then I want phone. Okay, and then I want phone here, and I want dot message. Now everything works well. Do we need confirm password? No, we don't have to confirm any password. So I was saying, if you don't understand this, please go and check on the previous tutorial where I'm creating a sign up page. So let's quickly check the UI, guys. As you can see here, we are creating a client. We've got the name, the email, and the phone number. The phone number happened to be the password. Okay, we just need to change this. Okay, in case you might want to support me, I've got a platform for creating invoices, which is called Finance. As you can see, let's just really check here. We've got now 339 users and 103 companies. If you might want to check those companies, let's check here. Marketplace. Maybe on the marketplace here, you might not see 103. I will tell you why. Simply because some companies don't want to be on the marketplace, and some others, they can't be on the marketplace simply because maybe they don't abide by the rules of the marketplace. Okay, so as you can see on marketplace, we've got 94 companies. So if you click here, you can check the company details. Okay, by the way, I created this. And then you can check the website and you can contact the company. Okay, you can contact the company here and request for a quotation. Let's just quickly check these guys who they are. Website is taking some time, but I'm just showing you that these are real life companies. Okay, so let's continue, guys, and see. I'm happy with this. Let's remove this. Let's remove this password thing. So let's just go to phone, and then on type of input, we don't really need it. Okay, as you can see now. Okay, this is change. Okay, I think we are done, guys. Okay, I think we are done, and this will help us. This structure will help us on this route. Okay, on create for this one, and quotation is gonna be a little bit different. This brings us to the end of this. If you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button. Otherwise, for Matthew Msingati, thank you so much for making it up to this far. Don't give up in life. Don't give up on code, even if you've got some errors and bugs. All developers are made up of errors and bugs. These errors make us. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.